Hey YouTube land, it's Phoenix, and now I'm going to talk about dealing with depression. Uh, One of the biggest journeys I've had is dealing with depression and anxiety. Um, I accidentally kind of fell into gardening, which has been very therapeutic for me, being in touch with the land and the earth and the soil and nature, which is funny because I can't stand it. Well, I used to not be able to stand nature. When it came down to nature, I'm like, okay, open up a window or I'll watch National Geographic, but there's no reason for me to be in it. The pollen, the bugs, the creepy crawl. No, but now I actually like all but the bugs. I can't stand them. But we don't want to spray too much stuff out there because I don't want to eat the pesticides. Um, but it started off with an episode of what's been called mania. I shouldn't do that. It was mania. Um, but I tried to grow a garden and it was horrible. I got like a tiny little carrot about that big. Did not work out very well, but um, it did kind of every day I would wake up and take care of my little garden um, until there were some certain things that happened and then stopped messing with it completely. But we moved and we have a huge backyard. And I was like, I want to start a garden. So, I've been making raised beds for the last couple months. And I planted all these beautiful, beautiful plants. We've got greens. Um, we got lettuce, which we regrew from the store. I'll do a video about that later. Um, let's see here. We got a huge bok choy, absolutely huge. It's beautiful. We have beans. We have pumpkin plant, and then I just planted watermelons. We've got raspberries, a blueberry bush that we just started. Just planted broccoli and carrots. And amazingly, it's great to be able to work with your hands out in nature and be out in the sun. And somehow it just makes me feel better. If I'm really, really depressed, if I can force myself to go out there, and usually I'll be like, I'll just go out and do a little bit, but I'll end up doing a lot, and it makes me feel better. Number two is puppies. I recommend you go get one. I have three. Um, there's nothing better. They love you unconditionally. Even when I don't want them around, they will force themselves on me. I'm like, no, it's no, and they don't listen. But I love it. And even like right now, I got one with me. I don't know if you can see her. That's my baby, all up on me. And they're just unconditionally there. I know when my mom passed a couple years ago, they pretty much broke down the door to get to me. And it was funny because I was so numb when I heard about it. I was like, I didn't really believe it. Um, it was a whole collage of emotions, but um, it was crazy. Like my sister called me. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and next thing you know, they're just going nuts trying to get through the door to get to me. And then all they did was give me nothing but kisses. And then they laid in the bed with me, and it was just amazing. I love my puppies. For those of y'all who don't think puppies are part of the family or they should be tied up or you fight them, you're probably gonna go to hell. Um, so the last thing I would definitely say is journaling. Now, I'm doing journaling because I don't like to write, so I'm doing these videos. But I did do that as part of my therapy, and you can recognize different trends. And those trends tend to help you because you can see your mind where your mind is at that moment and you can revisit it and sometimes you're like, ooh, that's not right. You know, being able to see when you're happy and when you're sad and the different things that you do. And you can recognize different things. You know, when I'm really depressed, I don't want my dogs around me. Um, they'll still keep coming, but I notice I don't really want to pet them. I'll do it because I know they need it, but I don't want to. And that's one of the signals that I know that I'm going into it. And that's the point that I need to correct it and go ahead and do something like garden or write some music or something. So, yeah, that is how I deal with my depression. I hope some ideas help you, and I hope you have a good day.